Again, on a related note, Ambassador Vohra ji, some Brits and Americans of Indian origin to take some sort of a pride and sadistic pleasure in playing this sort of a game, right? I mean, talking down India in what is essentially a very racist manner, ignorant colonial language that is. Do you have any personal advice to such deracinated Indians
That's
to
a lovely
help
term,
them wake up?
deracinated.
Yeah, to sort
Well,
of
it's just like this. If you insult your mother, भाई हमारी परंपरा नहीं है, हम माँ की इज्जत करते हैं. India is your mother. हम माँ के लिए जान देते हैं, माँ को गाली नहीं देते. Please, you will be more respected in whichever country you have chosen to make your home if you turn around and say, I'm a proud Indian. Yes, be concerned about what is happening in India, but see the good with the bad. You think we don't have any weaknesses? We have many, many. We are addressing them. How many countries are able to vaccinate 1 billion people in 9 months? How many developing countries can promise the world that we'll give you 5 billion vaccines we'll manufacture for you within 12 months? How many countries can claim that we built one toilet every 2 seconds? How many countries can claim that we opened 2 bank accounts every second, that we lift 1 Indian out of abject poverty every 2.5 seconds, despite the virus? How many countries can claim that we will, by the end of this year, be building 4 kilometers, I repeat this slowly, 4 kilometers of national highway every hour? We are connecting India at a pace that is unbelievable. How many people, how many developing countries can tell you that 85% of my population has access to the internet? Let me put it very bluntly, sir. When you ask someone to tell you about the parameters, the qualifications of a developed country, what do you find there? Let me tell you the first thing. Wherever you live, let's assume for a moment that you live in Europe, in France or Netherlands or Germany, whatever. You'll say, but the first thing is, I have a house to stay, all right? Second, you'll say, I always have electricity in my house. There are no electricity breakdowns. Very good. I have excellent medical care, certainly. I have water all the time in my home. Absolutely right. We have excellent connectivity, roads, etc. We have very good medical care. We have very good education. Great. So now look at what we are focusing on. As far as education is concerned, when I was manufactured in India in 1951, we had 500 colleges and universities. We now have 50,000. You can abuse as much as you want that the quality is not good, etc., etc. We have today in our country 340 million students, equal to the population of the United States. At this point of time, as we talk, there are 340 million, which shows the thirst for education. People say drinking water. Well, what do you think the har ghar mein nal, har nal mein jal? What do you think that is all about? Connectivity, 85% of the people of India can access the internet. Smartphones for education and for being able to communicate, over 1 billion smartphones in the country and 1.6 billion mobile connections for a population of 1.35 billion. You want to tell me about gender equality? Well, the latest figures, please trust them, show that we have 1,020 women in our country for every 1,000 men. And the child ratio at birth is now slowly correcting itself. We are no longer, which we used to do, unfortunately, actually indulge in feticide if they found that the unborn child, was a female. That practice too is being discontinued because education is coming. We are at over 80% literacy. In a few years, we'll be at 100%. So when all this is happening, when India's voice is listened to, when the International Day of Yoga is proposed in the United Nations, 177 out of 193 member nations co-sponsor the resolution, the largest in the history of the United Nations. One European representative says, my country supports yoga because India is the spiritual mother of all mankind. How great do you feel? Why does the US have a law in its Congress, I think it was introduced a few months ago, to declare Deepavali an American federal holiday? Does Deepavali represent a religion? No, it represents the spiritual essence of India, which the whole world today adopts. A very prominent Georgian thinker, I was your ambassador in Georgia, told me every denizen of our planet, every person on our planet has two motherlands, where he or she was born and India. What greater acknowledgement can there be to the Vishwa Guru status that India has always enjoyed? There was a brief interregnum during the colonial period. But to all those who have chosen to move outside, good luck wherever you are. Your loyalty will be to the country of your adoption, but it's always good to remember your mother.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.